Oh, this one's going to be a biggie. This one's going to be a biggie. I'm furious. I might need to take some sedatives or some kind of anti-anxiety because my blood is absolutely boiling. Welcome, everybody. We are live. It is great to see you on October 23rd, 2025. Come on in. Come on in. Let me know where you're joining me from. If you're watching this on the replay, give me a TR for Team Replay. If you're watching this on the podcast or listening to this on the podcast, let me know in the comments down below and let me know where you're joining me from, what city, what state, what country. Gavin Newsom, former vegetable in chief Joe Biden, Kamala, the fake border czar Harris, and the entire Democrat Party is responsible for the death of 3 innocent people. If you haven't heard the news, oh, this gets me so angry. If you haven't heard the news, there has been another horrific accident in my home state of California on the 10 freeway in Ontario. This was yesterday. And there is brand new evidence, breaking news, that the semi-truck driver who was suspected of killing these 3 people, his name is Jashanpreet Singh, is an Indian illegal alien who was caught and released at the California border by the Biden administration in March of 2022. ICE is placing a detainer request on Singh with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, where he is in custody on suspicion of DUI, causing great bodily injury, and gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated. He has not been formally charged yet. Police say Singh was speeding under the influence, and I can't show you the footage. It's just absolutely horrific. And this isn't the first time. Remember the guy in Florida who made an illegal U-turn and caused mortal harm to innocent motorists in Florida, American citizens? This isn't the first time. I even have footage I'm going to share with you in just a second of Charlie Kirk interviewing Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy way back in August about this issue and what I think it's important to play that because I love Charlie. I miss Charlie. I'm still bleeding. My heart is still aches for Charlie. And I think it's important to play that, as well as the most recent incident besides this horrific crash where a truck driver, an illegal, was going the wrong way on the freeway. And this truck driver had his dash cam out. I can actually play you that footage there. So police say this guy was speeding under the influence, never hitting his brakes when he crashed into slow-moving traffic on the freeway, causing a devastating and deadly chain reaction that ended the lives of 3 innocent people. The victims have not been identified yet. If you've actually seen the footage, let me know in the comments down below if you've actually seen the footage. Today's video is, I'm hoping and I'm pleading with everybody here that you will share this out with everybody because you're not going to see this. I mean, you're just not. You're not going to see this anywhere on woke propaganda media, okay? You're just not. I have broken down as I always do, I do my due diligence, qualitative and quantitative research. I have broken down everything that has led up to this point. Everything that is going to support my claim, my fellow Americans, my fellow Californians, for the love of God, I'm begging you. By the end of this, if you don't vote no on 50, I think you have a malformed soul. Your soul is in disrepair. You have a deficiency that resides in your chest. I'm going to break down for you. And as I always do, I'm going to give away my research notes for free. I'll tell you exactly how to get that at the end. But this is my claim. My claim, my fellow Americans, my fellow human citizens of Earth. My claim is that Gavin Newsom is a murderer. Kamala Harris is a murderer. Joe Biden is a murderer. Barack Obama is a murderer, and they deserve not. They don't deserve mercy as an execution or a quick ending. They deserve the worst of the worst of the worst. We need to get medieval on their ass, because I am going to prove by the end of this stream, the end of this video, that this was all planned. This could have been, I mean, it just breaks my heart, but this tragedy, imagine if this was your wife, your husband, your kid, God forbid, I'm knocking on wood right now. Imagine if this was one of your mother, your father, your daughter, your son, your grandmother. And this could have been 1,000,000,000% preventable. Just imagine. Oh, it makes me so furious. It should make every single American on planet Earth. Yeah, Scott just said he watched it. Scott said, Scott D7450 says, I just watched it and holy crap, that was awful. I can't show it. The reason I can't show it is because it's probably going to get taken down. This video will get taken down. Now, if I was a woke, liberal, radical, anti-American leftist, they'd leave it up, but I'm not. I'm not really even right either. I'm not left or right. If I had to define myself, I love America. I'm a constitutional centrist, if anything. Caroline Levitt's giving a press conference right now. The Dems have voted 12 times to shut the government. I know you've seen all the footage. There's also this huge arrest with the NBA. I'll get to all that too. But today's focus is about this tragedy and how it could have been 1,000,000,000% preventable. And if we don't stop this now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't tap that thumbs up and share this out, we're going to see more of it. And this is living proof right here. Thank you, Tactic O. Sent you a link. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Tactic O. I'm going to share with you a quick clip of Charlie Kirk talking to Secretary Duffy. This was back in when was this? I think this was, I'm going to double check really fast. Yeah, this was back in August on the Charlie Kirk show. God rest his soul. I just want to share this really quickly because I think it's super, super important. And I want to get your guys' reaction to this. Let me just cue it up right here. And then we're going to break this down and I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get your free research notes right here. Check this out right here.
Essentially, we have a illegal alien, non-English understanding truck driving problem in this country. In Florida, there was a guy that was let into the country. His name is Harbinger Singh, or Harjinger, I guess. Harbinger also works kind of deeply, darkly ironic, where Joe Biden let him in the country, gave him a work license. He got a commercial driver's license, was not able to read English, only got 2 out of 12 on his proficiency test. He was driving U-Hauls across the country, and then he did an illegal U-turn on a highway, killing 3 Americans, and then just kind of watching while all the rubble and the bodies were taken out. How common is this, Mr. Secretary? And why have we been putting up with it in years past?
So listen, this has been brought to the nation's attention with this crash, but this is something that the department has been working on for months. Again, we're concerned that we have too many people who have come into the country. They might have even gotten work permits, and they can't speak the language, and they're getting full-term CDLs. That's exactly what Washington did for this driver, giving him a full-term CDL. By the way, Charlie, that's reserved for American truck drivers, American citizens to have that full-term CDL. And then California gave the same a CDL to him as well when his Washington one expired. But here's the real problem. We came out in May and said, listen, English only, our English proficiency for our truck drivers is critical for safety. And now some of the left gave us blowback and they gave us pushback and they said we were being too harsh. They were anti-immigrant. And we said, no, this is about safety. You have to be able as a truck driver to understand the road signs, but also if you're pulled over, you have to be able to communicate whether you're at a weigh station or with law enforcement. What's on your load? What are you carrying? Where are you going? Where are you coming from? You have to be able to communicate with law enforcement. And so this driver was pulled over in New Mexico last month in July after our initiative was fully in the works. And they failed in New Mexico when they pulled him over for speeding to give him the English test. And had they done that, they would have put his vehicle out of service and taken him off the road. But because they didn't follow our directive, he went back on the road and was able to commit this horrific crash in Florida, taking 3 innocent lives with them. And so, again, we're doing what we can at the DOT level. We have to ask for states to participate with us because driver's licenses are issued in the states. We are engaged in a full investigation, and through that, there are a number of issues based on that investigation that we can take to inflict some pain to guarantee that our states are complying with federal law. And
it's unbelievable. That was back in August, over 3 months ago. Another 3 innocent lives. Another 3 innocent lives taken. And this is what's happening. This is what's happening. This horrific crash in California could have been completely avoided. And it's interesting how Secretary Duffy says we need the state's cooperation with this. We have the federal directives. My fellow Americans, we have Democratic-run states and cities like these 2 heathen, insidious, demonic ghouls you see on your screen right here. But then there's Governor Pretzel, who's still calling everybody Nazis, by the way. We have these insidious ghouls running these cities, Portland, Los Angeles, Chicago, with Mayor Black Lives Matter Johnson, who only seems to care about black lives. But even the blacks don't like him because their cities are in absolute disarray. They're not cooperating. What are they doing? They're fighting Trump. They're Trump-proofing their states. They're spending all their money, all their resources, taxpayer-funded initiatives to fight the president of the United States, literally fighting the will of the American people. And we're the authoritarians. Make it make sense. So again, I say, this just happened, and it just in the incident is absolutely horrific. And it just in case, because I always like to bring receipts, as the title suggests, I am going to go through step by step on this outline, proving this could have been 100% preventable. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the human cost of failed leaderships. What this is essentially, I think Gavin Newsom, I think Karen Bass, I think Joe Vegetable and Chief Biden, and Kami Kamala should all be prosecuted with federal charges as accomplices to murder. That's what I think they should be, 100%. And I'm going to prove that right here. In the shadow of a blazing inferno on California's I-10 freeway, 3 innocent lives were extinguished in an instant by a speeding semi-truck driven by Jashanpreet Singh, a 21-year-old illegal immigrant high on drugs and barreling toward disaster. This wasn't fate's cruel hand, ladies and gentlemen. It was the direct fallout of reckless policies championed by Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, and the Democratic elite, who prioritize open borders and sanctuary havens over American safety. Their ideology of unchecked migration and leniency has turned highways into killing fields, empowering unqualified invaders to wield 800,000-pound weapons on our roads. And here is where we expose everything. So, before I get to this, I want to share with you one more video that I actually posted a while ago. Oh, by the way, we got 2 more incidents too, but here is a video right here of a truck driver, okay? An American truck driver, a truck driver who actually has a licensed CDL, a properly issued CDL, who recorded this chilling video of a foreign illegal truck driver who was given a CDL by these Democrats going the wrong way. I want to play this for you, and then we're going to break down everything. But first, I want you to check this. I want you to check this out because this is absolutely horrific. Check this out.
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, what the are... Dude, what? What are you doing?
I'm going that way. Keep us right here. But
Unreal.
working, then I'm doing done. I'll go the other side.
Let me ask you a question, man.
Okay.
You are going the wrong way down the freeway. You are committing a felony right now.
Okay. What I'm doing, sir?
Well, one, why the going the wrong way down the freeway?
Exactly.
That's right. I'm doing it back. Sorry, sir.
Well, no, I'm just asking because
I'm so sorry. But when it's the fault, I go that side. When that's not.
yeah, turn around when you have a clear spot.
Okay.
Don't even move your truck. Turn your hazard lights on for one.
Okay.
Turn your hazard lights on now. Your hazard lights, your blinkers. Your blinkers, turn your hazard lights on. They're on, okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
Unreal.
Thank God that guy who was going the wrong way on a freeway, thank God that guy didn't run into anybody and was stopped by this fellow truck driver who has every right to be as pissed off as he is, as I am, as I hope everybody here is, because this is going to continue because they've allowed God knows how many of these people into our country, pure and simple. Okay. So, it just makes me absolutely livid. The Biden-Harris border chaos, catch and release as a gateway to tragedy. At the heart of this horror, my fellow Americans, lies the Biden-Harris administration's deliberate dismantling of border security, transforming America's southern frontier into a revolving door for potential threats like Singh. Their catch and release policies, releasing over 75% of encountered illegal aliens without detention, without tracking, without any idea, no vetting, no screening, directly freed Singh after his illegal entry in March of 2022, allowing him to vanish in the shadows and later obtain a commercial driver's license, a CDL, to unleash carnage. Here's the specific policy. Alternatives to Detention Program. This Biden-era initiative expanded to expedite releases of asylum seekers like Singh, who claimed Khalistani sympathies, bypassed rigorous vetting and detention, prioritizing, quote, humanitarian, end quote, processing over public safety. The evidence is clear. DHS records confirm. So this is Kristi Noem, the Department of Homeland Security, ICE, all the people who are being vilified. I want you to remember this because this is really important. These are all the people who are being attacked. Assaults on ICE agents are over 1,000% more than they were a year ago. They're wearing masks because heathen, radical, extreme, anti-American Marxist Bolsheviks, like Democrat elected officials, elected is a very loose term, and these Antifa anarchists are doxing them, doxing their families. I did a video yesterday where Representative Garcia and Karen Bass, the miserable mooks that they are now going to be implementing a MIT or MIT, a master ice tracker. My fellow Americans, look at me in the eyes right now. It's the year of our Lord, 2025, and elected officials who are supposed to be serving Americans, who are the harbingers of these tragedies. They are the catalysts of these preventable tragedies, are actually fighting to keep American cities and streets dangerous. They're fighting to keep American cities and streets more dangerous, more pregnant with criminal illegal aliens. Think about that. So these DHS records confirm that Singh's release under this policy, echoing a pattern where millions have been loosed into communities, have been fueling crime waves and accidents. Oh, and then we got the good old border czar, the fake border czar, Kami Kamala, who says she's on this media blitz now saying she's the most qualified. It's absolutely nuts. You got this ridiculous, absolute brain mush polluted ideology. Holly weirdo Jeff Daniels, this actor, going on MSNBC and saying, I wish Harris would have won. She would have governed like Abraham Lincoln. Who in the world actually believes? If you believe that, if you genuinely in every fiber of your being believe that Kamala Harris would have been just as good a president as Abraham Lincoln, I'm going to invite you on our show because I feel like it's a public service. I need to figure out if you're somebody who needs to be taken off the streets, if you have a mental diminished capacity, or do I need to actually educate you? I'm happy to educate you because there is no way in a billion years a sane individual could ever say, you know what? I think she could have governed. She could have governed like Lincoln. Well, guess what? Being sick of it is not good enough. My Pulso Vintage 135. I love you to death. I'm glad you're here. We can't just be sick of it. I was sick of it 20 years ago. We have to take action. What do I mean? You got to share these videos. Tap that thumbs up. It only takes you a nanosecond. Doesn't cost you a thing. We need to educate our citizens. We need this stuff to go viral. You see what it says at the top of the screen? Make common sense go viral. We need to spread the truth, knowledge, information. These mooks protesting, these retired hippies from the 60s, these white liberals as Malcolm X. So I'm not a fan of Malcolm X. But Malcolm X called them the most dangerous thing in the Western Hemisphere. They're out there protesting, no kings, an imaginary king. I mean, they're absolute Looney Tunes. They're Looney Tunes. We need to stop. We can't just be sick of it. I love you to death, but we can't just be sick of it. We have to take action. As the point person for migration, Harris oversaw the surge, visiting the border only once. Well, I don't even think she visited it once. I think that might be incorrect. While touting apps like CBP, one for orderly asylum, yet it enabled 813,000 entries, including unqualified drivers like Singh, without addressing the trucking safety crisis. Proof? Her administration's asylum restrictions came too late and too weak, barring some, but releasing others into our interior, as seen in Singh's case. There's more, though. The ideological root. Democrats have an open border mantra. Biden's reversal of Trump-era deterrents like remain in Mexico inflamed the crisis, with critics slamming it as a, quote, raging, end quote, border failure. We had the worst border crisis in the history of our country. President Trump If you just isolate this one achievement, he deserves to be on Mount Rushmore. If you just isolate this one achievement, he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. He has officially, literally, unequivocally closed our southern border. We have seen a more than 1,000% drop in illegal border crossings. That means terrorists, gangsters, narco cartels, fentanyl, trafficking, both human and contraband, have all ceased thanks to President Trump. We saw record-breaking numbers under the Biden-Harris totalitarian Bolshevik regime, because that's been their mantra. And I'll tell you why in just a second. I mean, you guys know why. You guys are educated. You're smart. Okay. Point number 3. And again, if you want a copy of this, you can send this to all your friends who are liberals. Send this to all your friends who are, send this to all your friends who have no idea what the actual truth is. You can get this for free. The link is in the description. I'll also put it after the stream. If you're watching this on the replay, you can also get this in the pinned comment if you're not watching this live. But if you're watching this live, or even if you're not, I'll leave a link so you can get this entire document for free. Doesn't cost you a thing. Newsom's sanctuary state folly, arming illegals with deadly privilege. Here's this guy who's going around gallivanting like he's a social media influencer, trying to be a podcaster, trying to be relevant. He's an American psycho. He's a sociopath. He doesn't, every time he breathes, he lies. And he's spending all of our money fighting Trump. He's spending all of our money fighting what? Oh yeah, you guessed it. Fighting what? He's fighting law enforcement. Gavin Newsom's California has become ground zero for Democratic extremism. Sanctuary policies shield criminals and reward illegality, directly enabling Singh to legally drive a death machine despite his unlawful status. Under Newsom, the Golden State defies federal law, issuing driver's license to undocumented immigrants, including CDLs, claiming it, quote, if you can believe this, America, improves public safety. That's what he claims. This is the guy who wants you to vote yes on 50. By the way, vote capital N-O. Spread the word. Capital N-O on 50. This is the guy who wants to run for president in 2028. This is absolute lunacy. We have domestic terrorists in our interior. He claimed this would improve public safety. 3 innocent people. Could have been your wife, could have been your husband, could have been your son, could have been your daughter, could have been your grandmother, your grandfather, your neighbor, your best friend, your dog. Oh, my dog. I would literally go on a rampage. I love my kids. I love my wife. My dog is inside my chest every day of my life. Oh my gosh. I want, if I can't say what I want to do to Gavin Newsom's face. I can't say it. I apologize. Okay, I'll stop. Oh, before I get out of control, they're going to take this stream down. I don't care though, because I'm sick and tired of this. When is this going to stop, America? When is this going to stop? I have proof. I have receipts. The specific initiatives involved: AB 60 and expanded ID access. Newsom actually signed laws allowing all residents, regardless of immigration status, to obtain driver's licenses, including commercial ones, by 2027. So essentially, he's inviting more violent, horrific, mortal accidents and tragedies to occur on California freeways. And this is what he wants to do to America. He wants to make America California. Can you believe that? I mean, let me tell you something. Those of you who live in California know this. It's hard enough. It's bad enough, especially when it rains. I mean, when it rains, I would say California drivers in general are pretty abominable drivers. But when it rains, you just add another like 6 or 7 degrees of ineptitude because they have no clue. They still go like 90 miles an hour in the rain. And there's an exorbitant amount more of accidents when it rains in California. But you take the 91 freeway, and I don't have actual official records, but I'm sure it's up there. Probably the top 10 most dangerous freeways in the entire country. California's probably got 5 or 6. The 91 freeway, it's literally a survival crash course. The 15, super dangerous, especially when you go up the Cajon Pass. The 405, forget about it. The 5, forget about it. There's accidents every day on these freeways. And what is Newsom doing? He's adding to the danger levels instead of alleviating, which is what his job is, serving the public. AB 60 and an expanded ID access. Yes, thank you, China Baby. It's great to see you. China Baby has a great point here. If you are in California, make sure you go out and show your feelings when you vote. Write to the governor, write to Karen Bass, send them a voicemail, send them an email. It takes you maybe 5 minutes. Let them know how you feel. Just Google Gavin Newsom's office. Just Google Karen Bass's office. Google the governor's office, and then they will have contact information. You will be surprised. All of that helps. You can do small things in your community, like opening up little local chapters, little organizations, or meet and greets, debates, conversations, community outreach, what have you. You can do this. We have to do this. The reason I'm doing this right now is because I want my grandkids to wake up in an America that they recognize, to wake up in the America that I grew up in. And we won one battle on November 5th, 2024, but the war is far from over. They're never going to stop unless we stop them. Thank you, Lisa. Newsom's defiance of federal enforcement. As governor, he champions sanctuary laws. Sanctuary laws is the most despicable, reprehensible, disgusting, repulsive, stomach-churning concept ever known to man. Everybody should be absolutely totally grossed out by the even concept. Sanctuary law basically means if you're a criminal, we're going to protect you. That's literally what it means. It is so antithetical to the Constitution. It's antithetical to law and order. It's antithetical to the United States of America, period. But guess what? Newsom champions it. And Newsom also wants to block ICE. He wants to ensure that people like Singh aren't followed by deportation. This is how this could have been prevented. If we actually had common sense laws, America First policies, this horrific accident, the one in Florida, the guy driving on the opposite way of the freeway, the guy who made the illegal U-turn, and so many others that probably aren't even documented on video, etc., etc. None of these, my fellow Americans, none of these would have happened. I mean, none of them. He blocks ICE. And we have proof. Lawsuits from states like Florida highlight how Newsom's policies export danger nationwide, with Trump officials withholding funds over these radical measures, as he should. The ideological core, progressive prioritization of migrants. They will fly to El Salvador. They will hold press conference after press conference. I have never seen Karen Bass move with this much energy, blood, sweat, and tears in my entire life the way she does when it comes to protecting criminals. What about all the people who lost their homes in the worst fire disaster in Los Angeles, Mayor Bass, when you were in Ghana, when you even knew that the fire was coming and you still went to Africa because you wanted to open up a consulate in Ghana for God knows what reason, probably to perpetuate DEI ideologies? Why don't you put in any effort or energy to help them rebuild? It's been 9-11 months. They still haven't rebuilt anything. They still have to face red tape after red tape. Where's the fire aid money? The $100 million that, poof, just vanished. Where did that go, Karen? What happened to it? Did it go into Gavin Newsom's wife's pocket so she can shop more on Rodeo while the city burns? Democrats under Newsom frame these handouts as equity, which is bullcrap, but they mask a deadly agenda that turns roads into roulette wheels, as seen in public outcry over ignored English proficiency and safety standards. You heard Secretary Duffy say that to Charlie Kirk. For migrant truckers, the heightened reality is this: while families mourn, Newsom's virtue signaling costs lives, unsubstantiated by tightened federal rules post-crash, proving his policies breed unqualified murderers behind the wheel. Shame on you, Newsom. Shame on you, Karen Bass. Shame on you, Ghetto Crockett. Shame on you, Alex Padilla, who he's running these ads all over YouTube. I'm sure you've seen it in California. Trump tried to keep me out and push me to the ground and attacked me when I tried to fight for you, which was complete BS. I mean, Padilla is such a rodent, a cockroach. Oh, he's such a pest. He has no spine at all. And then last but not least, and then I'm gonna conclude with this, okay? And again, if you want a free copy of this, I'll tell you exactly how to get this. The broader Democratic web. These are all fact-checked, verified, y'all. This has been a pattern of peril in the trucking industry. This is not isolated. A systemic rot from Democratic ideology that floods the trucking sector with unvetted migrants, linking lax borders to a spike in deadly accidents and exposing Americans to avoidable risks. That's the key. All of this could have been avoidable. It's not like this was just these aren't accidents. These are tragedies, preventable tragedies. Biden-Harris and Newsom's playbook has created a lawless frontier in trucking where illegal aliens like Singh and Harjinder Singh in a prior fatal crash, that's the one in Florida, exploit loopholes for jobs that demand precision, not peril. The evidence of pattern: multiple migrant-involved crashes. Check this out. You'll never see this on CNN. Federal probes tie Biden's non-enforcement to crashes in Florida, Texas, Alabama, where undocumented drivers with California CDLs caused fatalities. I mean, you know, they keep saying that this is an authoritarian regime and Trump has declared war on American cities. This is war right here. Newsom is literally sending out missiles out of California. That's what these are. These undocumented drivers who barely speak English, they can't even read the road signs, given CDLs with zero screening, vetting, zero processes at all. It's like sending out little Scud missiles. Do they still have Scud missiles? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm laughing just to keep from crying. This is not funny at all. Oh, it just drives me absolutely crazy. But this is like sending out little missiles outside of California and having them, you know, sort of roam around and just cause tragedies wherever they go, cause explosions wherever they go. Directly paralleling Singh's case. So the proof is Trump administration paused visas and English tests highlight how Democrats' leniency shreds safety nets. All the audits have shown that this is really important here. All the audits have shown that unqualified foreigners are flooding the industry. Ideological fuel, equity over enforcement. So the Democrats' push for TPS expansion and work permits under Biden accelerates migrant integration into high-risk jobs, ignoring warnings of a supply chain crisis from deportations, yet evidence shows it amplifies dangers. Their inclusive vision is a facade for chaos, substantiated by public backlash and ICE arrests in similar incidents. So in conclusion, from outrage to action, you need to hold them accountable. The twisted wreckage on the I-10 screams a truth Democrats cannot silence. Vegetable in chief, the fake borders are, and and Gavin Newsom and their entire party's border betrayal didn't just enable Singh, they armed him. 3 lives lost, families forever scarred. And that's just in this specific incident. All preventable under stricter enforcement. This is rooted in DHS confirmations, policy documents, and crash patterns. You need to expose their culpability with unyielding force. Demand borders are sealed, licenses revoked, and leaders ousted. American roads and lives depend on it. Rise up. The evidence is your weapon. That's how you do it. All they do, you had this ridiculous Jen Psaki. So here's my claim. Gavin Newsom is a murderer. Joe Biden is a murderer. And the Democrat Party is sacrificing American lives for votes. I'll tell you exactly where you can get this, ladies and gentlemen, in just a second, where you can get this free outline that we just covered. Okay. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get it. But this is what you can do. Okay. Are you ready for this? This is what you can do. What you can do is share this out and tap that thumbs up, download the evidence, the documentation. You can call up your local council, state, city, town, elected officials. Let them know how you feel. Let them know that this is what's really ailing you. Contact Governor Newsom, contact Karen Bass, and vote no on 50. Vote capital N-O on 50. I mean, and the reality is, if you want to save American lives, if you want to save our country, never vote Democrat again. This party has held the American, I mean, you look at Rachel Marin, Patty Marin's daughter, Jocelyn Nungare, just to name a few. There's been so many who have been mortally ended their lives, young people, barely 20, barely 19, barely 18. These are young, had their whole lives ahead of them, tragically wasted over nothing, over the mere fact that these guys want to maintain power and control. The Democrats cannot win elections anymore from actual Americans. So what did they do? They imported their voters. Oh, hey, you want a CDL? Here you go. But guess what? You got to vote Democrat. Oh, hey, you want accelerated citizenship? Sure. You don't want to go through the normal processes and systems? No problem. But here you got to make sure you vote for Newsom, vote for Biden, vote for Kamala. They sacrificed the Constitution. They sacrificed law and order. They sacrificed precedent. They sacrificed the values and principles embedded in the fabric of our great nation. They sacrificed American lives. Why? For power. Pure and simple. That's it. That's the only reason. They sacrificed all of that just so they can retain power. And it just makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. I want to give a big shout out to Aussie Chris 214. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. If you become a member right now, by the way, not only are you supporting the greatest channel on planet Earth, trying to make common sense go viral, but guess what? You also get automatic registration into our live stream giveaways. I've given away thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in free Amazon gift cards, merchandise, hats, shirts, sweatshirts, a whole bunch of prizes and packages. You also get access to our members-only Discord, where you can hang out with like-minded individuals like yourselves, as well as you also get exclusive content, boosted engagement, boosted comments, and shout-outs on live streams live. So you get a whole lot. I mean, just for sponsoring the truth, you should do it, but you get a whole lot on top of that. And there's a join button down below if you want to become a new member. Thank you, Ronnie, for holding it down on Rumble. It just makes me absolutely livid. It just makes me absolutely livid. This should make every single American 100% furious. I was going to say something else, and I've since forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? I had one more thing to say, and I don't know what it was. It's escaped me right now. It's kind of what happens when you go live. Anything can happen when you go live. But if I forget, just remember to tap that thumbs up if you love America, please. Doesn't cost you a thing. A big shout out to the best mods in the business. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Ronnie, Maya, Shala. Good to see you. Thank you, Chuck Kreiner. I really, China Baby, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All the new members, welcome. It's fantastic to see you. Same thing is happening in Australia. Yeah, Convict 70, it's great to see you. Same thing is happening in Australia. Thank you so much, Maria. Nez, stay strong. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Maya. It's good to see you. It's always great to see you. Maya Marquez, a real American right there. It's always fantastic to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And so you need to do something. We need to do something. Vote no on 50. Get everybody to vote no on 50. Make sure you share this out with everybody. And we have to stop these people. We just have to stop these people. I love you guys so much. Make sure you check out the videos coming up on the screen right now. Subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. In the pinned comment is our free newsletter. It's absolutely free. This is kind of like your sure-proof way of never missing out. Make sure you sign up for that. It's in the description and in the pinned comment, as well as the research notes. Drive safe out there. It's crazy. Drive safe, especially if you're in California. I love you guys. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA and all